Hey y'all, today we're going to be talking about Tambora. And Tambora is a technique for the guitar that involves percussion. And it's this cool technique because it's a combination of notes and percussion. It sounds like this. Or maybe like this. Now, those are both from the same piece called Cielo Abierto by Kike Senesi. Really cool piece to listen to. But today we're just going to learn how to do that technique, Tambora. And the key to a good Tambora is that you need to have a very loose wrist as you play. So the first thing I would recommend you do if you want to try this technique is to actually just move your wrist around. You can even do it, right now as you're watching the video. And make sure that it's loose, right? So this is what a loose wrist would look like. It wouldn't be held up straight like this. It would flop around and be soft. So just practice moving your wrist around in a way that flops around. That's where it's loose. Once you feel like you can make your wrist get loose like that, then it's time to try hitting the strings here. And we're aiming for the side of our thumb to hit the strings. So with a loose wrist, try to hit, how about 6th string? And the key is that you want both that smack sound of the percussion and you want to hear the notes. And the way that we hear the notes is to immediately get off the string as soon as you hit it. So instead of this, where you stay on the string, you have to get off the string. So try to execute all of that just over and over again until you can consistently get that sound. I remember when I started doing it, I think that I did not really get off fast enough, so I would make that dead sound. Yeah, the key is to get off really fast, keep the wrist loose, and then aim for the side of the thumb. It's definitely helpful if you have a thumbnail, but it's not necessary, I don't think. So that's really it. That's how you do a Tambora. And it'll take some practice, but it's one of those things where once you get the feel of it and it sounds consistent, it's probably, you're always just going to get it, no problem. And so then what are some things that you can do to practice Tambora? Because this is, decent practice, but in order to make it more enjoyable, you can try a few different things. One thing is to do a chord progression, maybe something as simple as A minor, E major, A minor, E major. So try it with Tambora. How about 4 times on each note? Now don't be concerned with hitting every single note. That's not really the goal. Just make sure that it sounds like the chord. Make sure that you can hear, 4 or 5 of the strings. It will be very hard to avoid hitting 6th string as you play A minor, but that's okay because E is still in the chord. So you can do chord exercises like that. That's pretty fun. Another thing you can do is to try to do 1-string melodies. So something as simple as E, F sharp, G, F sharp, something like that. Repeat that. Or one thing that's fun is to take a 1-string melody that you may have already learned and try to turn that into Tambora. One that I really like to do is 7 Nation Army by the White Stripes. And there's a lot that you can do. You can kind of mess around with it. You can add extra ones to have more beats. And you can still hear the flow of the sound or the flow of the actual melody. So it's a chance to get creative. There are infinite ways that you can practice this technique, but I think that 2 things are chords and single string melodies that are very helpful. And particularly when you're getting started, you want to stick to the 6th string and 5th string probably, because it's a little bit harder on the higher strings. So save those for when you're really getting a consistent sound already. All right, this has been my lesson on Tambora. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Take care.